Hey guys, PirateCaptainDark here, bringing you another Way Back Wednesday battle. If you guys haven't seen the first round of this tournament, click the top left link that says previous. It should take you to that battle, and let's get on with it. Now this was the second round of the Monotype Tournament. It was the Dark types, I believe, and I had the Flying types. Now I knew that Tyranitar was the only Dark type that could set up Stealth Rocks, and I had to get rid of it right off the bat, so I set up Stealth Rocks with my Aerodactyl. I do end up losing it, unfortunately, and then I switch out into my Charizard, which can easily one-hit kill it with Focus Blast. So that was a good start on my part, because Stealth Rocks would have hindered my team big time, because I do have two dual flying fire types, which would take 50% damage from Stealth Rocks. Now I was forced to switch there because I was locked into Focus Blast, so I had to go into my Moltres, get a Toxic off on this thing so I can lower its health over time. And right now all I'm trying to do is reduce the health so I can easily kill it with one Overheat. So I'm not doing too bad. I go for an Air Slash here, trying to hit. That was kind of risky, but it was the only attack that I could do besides Overheat. Because as you know, Overheat does lower special attack by 2 stages, so I didn't want to use it just yet. And luckily for me, the toxic damage does rack up and brings him to enough health where I can just kill it with an Overheat. I'm gonna U-turn out of here because I didn't want to see what this thing could do to my Moltres, and I go into my Swallow, which doesn't exactly play out in my favor because he goes for the knockoff and gets rid of my Toxic Orb, pretty much rendering this Swallow useless because I don't get that attack boost. So I just end up going for a Brave Bird. He goes for a Crunch, and I see right there that Sandstorm damage isn't gonna let me live another hit, so whatever I do, I'm gonna die. So I just go for the second Brave Bird, and even though I didn't exactly kill it, I bring it to low enough range where I can revenge kill with my Yanmega, which is what I send out next. And it's a good play because not only do I kill it, but I also get the much needed speed boost, which is always welcome. Now he sends out his Absol next, and that was not a good play on his part because I do carry the Hypnosis, and while he thought I was going to attack, I actually went for the Hypnosis. I kind of saw that Sucker Punch coming, and luckily it hit, and that allowed me to one-hit kill this Absol with the Bug Buzz, which is always a welcome addition. Now I'm down to this Umbreon. This is something that I didn't want to see because it's the Wish Protect variant, or at least that's what I thought when I first saw it. But looking at this battle again, I realized that maybe it doesn't carry the Protect, because if it did carry the Protect, it should have used it when I went for the Hypnosis. Now, given that I do stay in with Yanmega quite a long time, and I do use Hypnosis over and over, it should have used Protect by now, and this was kind of a risky play because at any point he could have just kept going for Curses, and that would have built up his defenses a crazy amount to a point where I couldn't do anything. So this was kind of a risky play, but I decided to put it asleep, and luckily for me, it finally falls asleep, and I go out into my one of my favorite Pokemon, which is my Shiny Gyarados, and I'm gonna do a Taunt first so it doesn't set up any more Curses, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set up some Dragon Dances. But I feel I should mention at this point, while I do set up those Dragon Dances, that this tournament wasn't exactly a standard tournament. I think I said in the last round that it was standard, but it actually was. You can use 3 overused Pokemon, Borderline counts as overused, and then the other 3 had to be never used or underused, basically any tier below overused, not counting Borderline obviously, and or not fully evolved, that counts as well, I guess. But yeah, I think I didn't mention that last round, but that's definitely a rule, and yeah, we had to only use 3 overused Pokemon, which is why you see some lower tier Pokemon in these battles. But anyway, I'm leading here with Gyarados. Got some Dragon Dances off, and I go for the Waterfall. Now this was a critical point in this battle because he goes for the Wish, and I still thought he carried the Protect. I don't know why, because he didn't use it before when I was using Hypnosis, but I go for a Dragon Dance, which was obviously a big mistake. I had enough attack to take it out. I should have just gone for the straight waterfall, because this thing not only takes out my Gyarados, but now is almost at full HP, so, or at least 75%, so it wasn't a good play on my part. But I go into my Moltres, I go for the Toxic. Yes, I know that it has the Synchronize, but at this point I was kind of starting to panic, thinking that this thing was going to get up a lot of curses. So Toxic damage is the only way that I can rack up residual damage over time. So I use the Toxic and I go straight for the Overheat, and it goes for the Wish. I'm not scared at this point because the Toxic damage is going to end up taking it out, so I wasn't too worried, but I was still scared about his last Pokemon because I didn't know what it was. I go for the U-turn here just so I can remove the poison damage and get rid of this thing. He's going to go into his last Pokemon, which is his Weavile. Now, I'm pretty sure I could kill this thing, but just to be on the safe side, I went for the Detect, and I saw that it carried the Ice Shard, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to get rid of it because Ice Shard is priority move. But I can easily revenge kill this with my Charizard, which is Scarfed and resists the ice damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you guys did, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I shall see you next time.